Okay, so to follow on from the last lecture, what I want to look at is what I think is possibly one of the most important charts for, tracking how you want to trade the crypto markets, okay? And this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. And the reason why I want to show you guys this is because, towards the end of the last lecture, I was looking at the correlations between Bitcoin and the wider crypto market and essentially showing you how they are incredibly closely correlated. And for most of your, scalp trading, your intraday trading, you do want to be kind of doing your technical analysis on the Bitcoin chart and then extrapolating that information to other charts, okay? However, there are times where you kind of might want to put this idea to one side or stick to it more closely, okay? And the best way to kind of get a gauge of how you want to treat this is by looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart. So what this shows us is the proportion of the whole crypto market cap that is comprised of the Bitcoin total market cap, okay? So at the moment we can see that 48% of the entire market cap of crypto is Bitcoin, okay? And when this dominance starts moving up, like we have seen over the past few months since the bottom in November of 2022, so when this chart starts moving up, what it's telling us is that money is coming out of the altcoin market and heading into Bitcoin, okay? This doesn't always have to mean Bitcoin is going up, of course. So if Bitcoin is moving down, but the altcoins are moving down harder, then Bitcoin dominance is going to rise, okay? Because Bitcoin is starting to make up more and more of the crypto market as a whole, okay? Even though Bitcoin price is coming down. But in this case, what we had is Bitcoin price was rising astronomically since the lows, okay? And altcoins are just not performing as well in general. And what we see is a move up of about 10% in the dominance of Bitcoin nearly, okay? And what this is telling me is, for the time being, until we see some signs of a reversal, you are better off looking for your trades in Bitcoin, okay? The Bitcoin is taking more of a market share at the moment. The focus of the crypto markets is currently on Bitcoin. However, what we do have here, and we can use technical analysis on this chart, funnily enough, is we have this channel which has been, ranging for coming up to 2 years now. And what we can see when we get to the top of this channel, we have generally, headed back to the downside. And until proven otherwise, we can expect that as well. And if we do start to see more of a move down in the crypto dominance, what we can expect is some of the cash that is sitting in Bitcoin is going to start flowing into the other altcoins. And this is where you can start to look to chart your altcoins more independently from Bitcoin and, really start to shift your attention more towards the altcoin market, because that's where the volume's starting to go. That's where the, the traders are going to be starting to trade in the altcoin market rather than the Bitcoin market. And obviously that's where you want to start diverting your attention. What I would say though is, if this is invalidated to the upside and we start moving back up, this could, tell us many things. What I do think would happen here, if this was to happen, is Bitcoin price starts falling and altcoins start falling a lot harder, okay? And in this case, you may want to start looking for shorting opportunities through altcoins. And you can long Bitcoin at the same time, so you have exposure to both directions, but you know that Bitcoin's going to be a stronger asset, so you kind of have a delta neutral exposure, so you're exposed to both sides of the market, but you profit because altcoins are weaker. And that's, a decent little tactic to have if Bitcoin dominance starts breaking up. But of course, if it does start coming down, if it does start falling down here, okay, what this would probably indicate to us is we're starting to have a kind of parabolic altcoin season. And, this is where you can really start to make some relatively life-changing wealth if you play your cards right in crypto. And this is the exciting part of the job, okay? In between this, the main aim of the game is, trading Bitcoin, growing your account, doing a few trades on altcoins when they have their own narratives and things, but, slowly growing your account up, getting investment positions. And then when these huge drops in Bitcoin dominance come, okay, like this, what happens here is, you have many altcoins doing 50x gains, 100x gains, sometimes even more than that if you, put your investments into the right places. And this is the time where you can start to look to generate some quite incredible wealth through the crypto markets.